Good morning. What up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome. TGIM, if that is a thing, here we are. What's up? Welcome to the Morning Go meeting. It's that time again. Get prepped, get ready for the week ahead, and make the best week of it that we can possible. What's happening, everybody? Hey, Roddy, how you doing? What's up, D. Aries? Thanks for coming by. Hey, Melissa, what's up? Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. And don't forget to set the bell to all notifications. YouTube has done an update to the software that ties into their recheck of all the subscribed, like monetized channels to redo AdSense verifications and stuff that's going on. So notifications got turned off again. For some reason, every time YouTube does an update, notifications, not just to Archer, but to every channel you subscribe to, they get turned off. Then you get weird notifications or half the notifications. So the two ways to do it are either just make sure tap the bell and tap all. There's also a setting if you go into the gear wheel that turns the notifications back on. And you can always get real dangerous if you're crazy like me. And you can unsubscribe, resubscribe, reset the bell to all. But don't go away for long because we will miss you here at the family. And do remember, of course, too, that if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can scan the QR code down below here or check out the link in the pinned comment. It's now automated, where you can pick your day, pick your time, pick your reading type, whether you want to Zoom one-on-one with me, where it's here, like you're here live at the table. I record them too, so you have one afterwards too. Or if you just want to do traditional private YouTube videos, but you can get it scheduled up, then I reach out and I'll send you the link to the Zoom reading before your meeting. And otherwise, I reach out to get your questions and your details. But it's cool vibes. So a lot of changes going into August. You can tell that it's all happening now because the Lionsgate portal did officially open yesterday. All right, July 27th was the point that gets everything prepped and ramped up. So this Mercury retrograde is going to be important to really work on manifesting what you do and don't want in your life. This is really a Mercury retrograde about reflecting on us, yourself. What do you want? It's cool. So let's take a peek real quick before we jump into the super chats, and we're going to check out human resonance, see what's going on the great planet of Earth this morning. Time for local weather conditions in and around your planet. So let's see. Where'd it go? This one. All right, there we go. Let's start with the graph. Let's start with the good old Italian graph, all right? Because munch, you got to eat a something. How's your day going? How'd your day go? No, wop, flat tire. What? My mom's side of the family's from Sicily, so I've heard all these jokes growing up my whole life. Anyways, as you can see, look how Sunday carried on into Monday and what we're dealing with now. See how that white light, the spectrum on the graph? But it's look at how the red and the orange and everything around the white bands, especially down here below me and Buddha Squirrel. This shows that, look, it wasn't even a calm night last night. The whole scale, the human genome is showing here that anxiety has been coming out into our sleep patterns overnight, okay? So if you take a peek, it's like maybe some of you guys, if you look down here, if you had a hard time falling asleep last night, and for those of you that were involved with a fight with like your special person or a family member or a friend or something, especially significant other fights that happened last night, they were fights that went on into the wee hours of the morning, and now you're trying to function on like 4 hours of sleep and a lot of coffee just to try to get through the day. All right. So last night wasn't a super awesome night. If it was in a negative vibe of like having a fight or something like that, it amplified and it went on into the wee hours of the morning. If it was good vibes, you just stayed up and enjoyed yourself way too long. Okay. Because remember, yin and yang, there's good and bad. It all depends on what energy you were in at the time this stuff's been going on. All right, so if you had a really awesome Sunday, it carried on and you partied a little too hardy and it got a little late. And now you're like, I got to get to work. Where's my coffee? Hold on. Right? But if it was a bad fight and that, it went on way too late, way too long, and it's still the energies are carrying into today. So that anxiety and that's going to push through. But like on a more generalized scale, this is really kind of just what a Monday morning looks like on the world. Okay, all that Monday morning anxiety, the first day of work, got to play catch up from the stuff that got pushed off on Friday. All that stuff that we said, I would just do it on Monday, it'd be fine. That sort of a thing, okay? So you've got basically what you're seeing on this scale. This graph looks very similar to every Monday morning graph, okay? So even like the human residence channels that are all like, oh my gosh, America had the world fell apart. This is good energy too. Why does everybody want to interpret this thing bad all the time, right? You know? It's sure 50% chance of rain. You can either go, oh man, it's going to rain today, or 50% chance and be like, all right, it's going to be sunny today. 50-50, can't, right? Same thing with this. It's just, this is a standard Monday morning graph that we're all like, oh God, I don't want to deal with this idea. God, some of y'all are in like really morning go meetings right now at your real job, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, that's what it is. All right. So now checking it out, if we take a peek at frequencies and ranges though, let me switch over to that real quick because it's not looking too bad. All right. It's just a ramp up energy for the week. You know what I mean? So if we take a peek going over onto the amplitude, see the frequencies, see how they're not peaking. So it's not like, in tarot, we would say this isn't like a major tower card moment. These are minor tower card moments. Oh, crap, I forgot my coffee. Oh, man, I forgot my purse. Oh, man, I forgot this or that. Certain, like, you know, those little that come in the course of the morning when you're just getting back into the week and everything's running. You know what I mean? That's sort of a vibe. So Mercury retrograde, though, is kicking in full effect. Because if you take a peek at the frequency that the planet's resonating at right now, especially with a lot of incoming energy, let's go over to this one. This is tell you what I'm talking about. Right here. There we go. Frequencies. See where the band, the bar is being set at just below 757. Okay. We're hovering in like, we're still like coming up. We're bringing Mercury retrograde vibes, the old Earth energy, the old lower frequency vibrations into the higher vibrations. Okay. So there's feedback, there's bleed back. In the music industry, this would be like if you open mic recorded a set of drums with just a mic sitting in front of the drums and you picked up the guitar amplifier, something like that. That's sort of a vibe. So there's bleed back from the old Earth timeline because of retrograde, that when you couple it up with the fact that the Lionsgate portal has begun to energize, the switch got flipped on yesterday. That's ramping up to August 8th. So we're definitely experiencing the full effects of Mercury retrograde now. That's why there's no CMEs off the sun. We're in just a nice G1 force energy. However, the intensity is amplifying. Okay, so we're leading up. We're going to start seeing the CMEs. I see those coming in probably in the next week or two. All right, we got to get a little closer to Lionsgate before the sun starts going all cray-cray. All right, at the moment, it's just chart. That's why the temps are going up. Even in the southern hemispheres, it's not as cold as it usually is, not as much snow as the past seasons. And in the warmer northern climates, it's hot, straight up hot. What in the world, what do we need 100-degree weather for, right? What is accomplished in 100-degree weather that cannot be accomplished in 80-degree weather, right? It's like when I went to Florida in November and I brought hoodies and fleeces and stuff and my North Faces from Michigan. And I get off the plane and I text Frankie and I'm like, did you guys not get the memo that it's fall down here? And she just put back a whole bunch of LOLs. I'm like, it's hot. It's really hot here. But here's the freaky part. With the way this is ramping up, not only is the tropical storm and the hurricane season going to be worse than it was last year, it's building into, I'm seeing a little bit, I forget what the winter weather pattern is because I'm not a fan of snow. I used to love snow. Now, even with a Jeep, it's not fun. But the thing, it's La Nina or El Nino, the thing where it's going to be a really bad winter, that sort of a thing. The winter is going to kick in late, like January, February vibes, and then just going to dump like that great blizzard of 1978, which that is about the last time some of these planet energies were around, was in 1977, 78. So, yep, there you go. Those who don't look at the past get doomed to repeat it. But we are still elevating because we're almost to about a 7.5 hertz. So that's cool to be getting back into that higher elevation timeline. So this is a week of adjustments type of a thing like that, okay? Where if you think about it this way, it's that we're coming into the energy that a lot of things are coming up into our mind, making us think about people of the past and friends and family, job offers, just the usual stuff. Because this Mercury retrograde is unlike any other that any of us have experienced. Unless you were born in like the 1930s, which if you were and you're here watching YouTube, mad props to you for figuring out technology. That's like, seriously, right? There's stuff I can't figure out in technology and I'm a tech geek. That's cool. But this one here, basically, it's the energy that we reflect back internally and like, okay, what we do and don't want, okay? It's the energy of who do we want to bring back in our lives? Who do we want to reach out to and try to mend? And who are we just good with letting it be, lessons learned, and moving forward into this life? This, with all of the Aquarius energy right now, Pluto retrograding in Aquarius while Uranus has moved into Gemini, Aquarius is kind of a focal point for changing the mindset and looking at things from a different perspective. All right. I might see a 6, but you see a 9 because of the perspective. All right. But going forward, it's to be in that point when you combine this up with Venus and Cancer, it really does become a lot about the people that you've loved that have come and gone over the years. That makes you feel, it's like when you put Venus into Cancer, it's really about the things that just make you feel the people, places, and things, the nouns, the nouns that make you feel safe, comfortable, and protected, like a wish. So this Mercury retrograde is going to help grant some wishes that we've all wanted for ourselves personally. Those things you don't tell anybody when you blow out the candles on your birthday cake. Happy birthday, Leo. Anyways, but the thing on it is, it's the biggest overall energy on this. If we take a peek at the final graph before we get into the super chats, the biggest thing to factor in here, let me get this up on the screen like this. Okay, biggest thing to factor in, looking at the this is the background noise, okay? This is the overall energy that the Earth just does by spinning, okay? The normal noise, if you listen to the sound of Earth, like if you go on YouTube and the sound Earth makes as it moves through space, this is that sound. And I like that it's balanced. It's not weird. The Earth's not doing any wobblies. The Earth's adjusting to the pole shift nicely. Like, we're all getting used to, like, some of us might just be Mandela effects, but I really feel a lot of vibes lately that it's been the anxiety, the problem sleeping, the feeling like time is speeding up faster. However, everything is going really slow. And then you wind up sleeping for like 16 hours and being like, oh my God, I didn't accomplish anything. Why am I so tired? And I sleep and I don't feel rested. That's a bit of the background noise, the energy of the adjustments that are happening. That's what's leading it to this week being a week of no knee-jerk reactions. King of Swords, think before taking action and speaking, all right? Just making sure crossing T's, dotting I's, and knowing which stuff is like a pocket ace, that it's like, okay, I found out about that, but I'm gonna keep that one for when I need that, I'll keep it. It's like you don't run around bragging out all the plans type of a vibe. Think before speaking. And a lot of people around you are in no way going to think before speaking. They will just open mouth, insert foot, word vomit. All right? So that gives you the upper hand by knowing what's going on this week and being like, all right, only thing I can control is how I react to this, so I better think it through type of a vibe, okay? Because the energy is going to make you want to knee-jerk, go off the handle, right, at people and just like, shut up, go away, blah, blah, blah. I know better, you know better, we know, I know what's best for you, I know what's better for you. And it could lead to some wars. So if we just slow the roll, let everybody else go off the deep end, it'll help, all right? We're in an energy this week that we have a lot of people that they think they know what's best for us, okay? I saw it at church. I saw it at church even the other day. A friend of mine that is in a wheelchair, right? Somebody approached the local, I'm pretty sure this woman probably runs her homeowners association for whatever neighborhood she lives in, bless her heart. But anyways, walked up and said, could I pray for you? And my buddy's like, yep, yeah, I don't care, fine, pray away. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, I'm just doing me, right? And he goes, I really could use some patience right now because I'm having problems with my son. And she got mad. She went all Five of Swords face, right? She's like, don't you want to walk again? And he smiled and he said, if you'd like to pray for that, that's fine. She goes, that's better. And I was about ready to go show her my crab claws. It was fine. I don't care. But anyway, so she did her prayer, walked away, and then him and I laughed. He goes, should I have told her my spine is severed worse than Christopher Reeves? Or I didn't, because she just, that's what she wanted to do. He really wanted prayers to help figure out what's wrong with his son in school. But she was really adamant on making him walk again when there is actually not any, it's easier to raise the Titanic than to make my buddy walk again, right? Those kinds of people are going to come at you that are going to be like, I know what's best for you. You made the wrong choice. And you just got to be like, oh, yes, thank you for knowing my life so well. That's good. If you ever write an autobiography on me, I can't wait to read it. Right? Just bless her heart and move forward. Okay. The know-it-alls will be coming out in full force later this week. So just a heads up. It's an incoming warm front that we'll have to watch. All right. I think this is why I never made it through Specs Howard. I could not get the broadcaster voice. I could not do it. I'm supposed to really stop and talk right now to make you very interested in what I'm saying. I don't have the ability to hold this type of a voice long enough to do a newscast. And you can't do that on public television or any kind of television for that matter. But anyhow, so heads up, and we made it through it. So let's do some super chats now and we'll take it from there. All right. As soon as I remember how to end off the extra screens. I don't remember how that worked. I think it was this. Or is it this one? Might be this one. What's this one do? We're just going to click stuff until something happens. That's the thing, is something will happen. Let's see. Let's bring this one back to the foreground. No, let's pull this one out. There we go. Okay, and then this one's got to go. This worked better yesterday. I'm still learning it, but it's cool. All right, there we go. You guys, I should post the bloopers, because to learn this stuff, instead of going live, I just turned it on to record it and then started. God, some of the bloopers are on there and the stuff I was doing, trying to figure it out and then pulling cards. Like, devil card this, tower card that. It was funny. Not safe for the channel, but funny. Hey, what's up, Xaviera? How you doing? Hi, Jennifer. All right. Let's see what we've got going on this one. Let's see. I'm going to switch this. Let's get this off the screen too while I'm at it. There we go. All right, perfect. And we'll do a couple more of these cards and copies later on. Oh, thanks for being here. Greetings from the United States. What up? Kalita? Kalita? Sorry if it's wrong. I don't pronounce my name right. All right, let's do it to it. Let's go for it, guys. Let me switch over. Hey, Annalyn, what's up? How are you doing? Hi, what's up, Ray AF? Hey, Infinite Faith, what you guys up to? How's it going? TGIM. All right, let's tap into Super Chat, see what we got going on here. Back later this evening, I'll be posting that up after I get caught up on the emails and some of the personal readings today. Then I'll post here on the channel for the L signs coming up tonight. So stay tuned. Usually around lunchtime, I try to release the lives when they're coming up later in the day. So like 12, somewhere between like 12, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to go out to get coffee at some point too. There's a Starbucks with my name on it hanging out somewhere. All right, let's see what we can do to it. All right, we're going to start. Looks like we're starting with Saggy Girl. Okay, perfect. All right, let me take a minute. I'm going to read the chats just to make sure. Okay, Melissa's got, I just want to make sure I'm caught up in all the details. I got the banner up, Rowdy. We're good. Hey, Ms. Free. What's up? I'm with Deer. Deer's like, listen to me. I love it. Linus at the car dealership getting the car fixed. Oh, don't let them charge. They're going to ask you if you want to replace the cabin air filter. You don't need it. It's cool. Those cabin air filters last way longer than they let on. Totally. But it's cool. All right, let's go for it. Hey, Angel, what up? All right, let's see. Let's start with Saggy Girl. Saggy Girl, you're going to be at 1755. And I am busting out the new deck. This was a gift. I got some birthday gifts that came in the mail. I finally made it to get back there. Rosie and Maria, some of our friends here from here in TikTok. This was one of the gifts. And I got a brand new Beatles deck. The first deck that I ever got gifted to me was a Beatles deck. And it's like, what, 4 or 5 years ago. And I finally got a brand new one. So there's a new Beatles deck too. Rosie and Maria, I love you guys. Big spinny hugs and thank you. But we're going to bust out stained glass tarot, do a couple super chats with this. So, Saggy Girl, I'm going to give you a new timestamp because I just went into a ramble. Right, you have an amazing day too, Infinite Faith. Spinny hugs, girl. What's up, busy dog? All right, let's see. Let's do 1840, Saggy Girl. And now I'll focus. Okay. All right, Saggy Girl. Anything Spirit wants me to know. Energy check for the week ahead. You got it. And I have already been working with the deck, so it's not still in brand new deck order. It's been I've done readings with it yesterday, so it's good. Okay. What's up? Anything energy check for the week ahead, Saggy Girl. The Fool card, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, into the Three of Cups. The energy check I'm seeing with the Hangman is you're hesitating about making a move. That's the thing. And not like moving houses or apartments or whatever, but like you're also in a vibe that you're like, I know what I want. I want to send a text. I want to make a phone call. I want to do this. But all the tarot channels tell me to keep waiting. But I kind of don't want to keep waiting. You got free will too. You don't got to do what any of us tell you to do. What we know. I'm a goober sitting here in a studio with cards. But I'm seeing here, if you were to take the risk and send whatever it is that you've been contemplating about, send the text, make the call. I really feel like it's towards Michael. All right. And you're like, I can't do that. I see you totally can. King of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. If that's what you've been contemplating and you make the first move, King of Pentacles, that is a very mature choice. It's very demure, not so delulu. Knight of Pentacles, it will get something that hasn't been moving very fast into the Three of Cups. That'll actually get it on track faster than expected because he is very nervous about commitment, that sort of a thing. And like equally nervous, like this, like I can tell he's younger than me because my generation is just kind of like, hey, I like you. You want to go out sometime? He's younger than me because he's like, I'm not sure how to do it, Archer. And I'm like, just send her a text and be like, I don't want to play any games. I want to take you out. And he's like, that's really direct, isn't it? I'm like, facepalm emoji. But so it might be a little bit of Sagittarius taking the reins to get to your Three of Cups. Okay? I dig it. Hangman, you kind of have waited a long time, and you've kind of been wanting to do it for a long time, too. All right, let's see what we got on this. I'm free. You're going to be next up. You're going to be at, let's go with 2055. Okay, 2055. I'm free. All right. Oh, Restful Vibes back your way, too. All right, let's see what we got. What's up with TG's Spirit Team about this? Ooh, you got a 7-month awakening journey with 3 months of no contact. 10-4. Oh, okay. Your guardian angels have much to say with the Tower card. With this Tower on the Star card, this tells me this is a good Tower card getting ready to happen. So let's see what we got. I got this deck is a talking King of Wands to the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Oh, nice. 2 of Cups into the Page of Wands, 2 swords, 3 of Swords that leads right into the 5 of Wands. This whole thing has actually been a bit of a training. Even the no contact, the people you've been interacting with are building you up into this Queen of Wands vibes. Dig it. And the persons that they've been interacting with, same thing. You might not realize it, but here's the cool vibes off of this, right? Is that you guys had to go your separate ways and go through the experiences with the people that you guys both have. It's actually been a form of training you in the 4 of Swords. The good and the bad 2 of Pentacles, people that you and you two have both interacted with, was all part of the self-love healing journey. You each have picked up little tidbits over these past 10 months that's going to make your connection stronger. All the stuff that wasn't working out in the relationship, everything that you guys were butting heads on, there have been life experiences learned from the interactions in these 10 months. And for some reason, there's 2 months left to go. It's a full year required on this King of Cups journey. So within the next 2 months, you both will finish your little bitty lessons about like, oh, wow. Okay, well, I went on this date with this person and didn't the person suck, but the restaurant was nice. I gotta take that person to this restaurant when we work things back out. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's your plans for Labor Day. But the thing with the Chariot is the distance with the Strength card is going to start getting closed out that leads to the Sun card. So over the next 2 months, you guys will have a meeting of the minds that come back together and kind of realize what the separation was for. All right, they're going to be totally different, way more confident, way more up to par. And for some reason, I'm pulling an Ace of Wands vibe off the Ace of Cups, okay? In that they got the right combo. That might have been a little bit of what was lacking before, was that Ace of Wands passion to take the initiative, you know? 5 of Wands. You guys will pass this test. There's 2 months left of training to do, which means you guys will start talking again. The no contact ends first, but at the 1 year mark, you guys are back together, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups. All right? So I hope that helps. Okay. I'm being told that there's like a blanket free will statement for everybody in the super chats that if any of you make the first move, that you can jump timelines and speed up. Like your free will make my readings wrong in the fact that everything happens sooner. Specific message, but still, it's there. Rowdy, what up, bro? All right, let's see what we got on this, Rowdy. You're going to be up next at 2404. All right, Rowdy. Oh, wait, I forgot to like these things. Hold on. Boom, boom. Cool. Okay, sweet. Okay, Rowdy. Hulkamania is running wild, bruh. PS Snipe. Man, we miss Hulk Hogan. I don't know what happened. Poor Grim Reaper. He keeps trying to go for Keith Richards, and he pulls Ozzy, he pulls Hulk Hogan, and he's like, oh man, I need glasses. On the Knight of Wands, I just want you to know with this one here that you're going to be, Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups into the 4 of Cups. Is that, oh wow, you do have someone that's grieving this connection. You have an ex from the past that's going to be reaching out to you, and it's not your Cappy. It's not your Cappy. Think back. Think 5 relationships ago. Somebody you crushed on when you were much younger that is already looking up you online by your name to be like, I wonder what he's up to. And how many people in Australia have the surname of Hitman? Right? So easy to find you, right? But your parents named you accurately, Rowdy. They're like, what should we name this child? Rowdy? No. See, this person knows you when you were young. You got somebody that's already Google searching you, trying to figure out a way to reach out to you to make contact. You could hear from them in the next 4 or 5 days. Could be later this week. Straight up. And I know you want to know about your Cappy. So give me a comment on Cappy. Because right now you've got somebody from when you were so much younger than today that is taking over your energy. 8 of Wands into the Page of Swords. Wow. Cappy's even looking at you too. She's been checking out online too. She is considering something. 8 of Wands. I think she's going to reach out with a message, but it's going to be a little bit later. She's about 8 days away. 8 days a week, but 8 days away. Oh, wow. You're going to go from like nothing to 2 people. Like first you hear from this past person, you're like, oh, what the heck? We'll go see what's up with this. And then like 3 days after that, your Capricorn reaches out to you. Because why? That's how the system works. As soon as one person feels the disconnect and somebody going in something else, then instantly their energy gets charged up and they come back too. You get a lot of people Page of Swords and then you like cry, dude. Straight up. Okay. Next up is God of Sea. What's up, God of Sea? All right, let's see. You're going to be at 26. Oh, nice. All right, let's see. Taurus Sun, Leo Rising with a Pisces Moon. Those are good placements. Oh, I like that. Nice. Fixed yet adaptable. Okay, let's see. Any messages? Any messages for Goddess of Sea? Any messages for Goddess of Sea? The 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Temperance, into the Death card is letting me know that the person on your mind is cut out. Whatever that third party was getting in the way, which on the 3 of Cups, it tells me it was just, they partied too hardy. Straight up. Partied too hardy. Right? You're ready for them to grow up, be a man, act, or you know what I mean, man, woman. I'm told somebody's stepping into their masculine energy. Okay. Remember, we all got masculine and feminine. This is somebody who is stepping into the masculine vibes because they weren't ready to take action before. But with this Temperance on the Death card, this is like it's total and now for something completely different. In the fact that your person has jumped the timeline. And they're now it's like a doppelganger vibe. They're the complete opposite of what they used to be, because since you guys have last spoke, they've gone through an awakening with the Hierophant to the Lovers, where they know you're the one they want to be with. Right? So whatever this was, I really feel like it was just a little bit of insecurity about being in a committed relationship, because every time they got into committed relationships, it went south on them and they got cheated on. And then this combined with a little bit of the whole, I'm not ready for commitment. I'm still finding my way, living my best life, trying to discover myself. But guess what? This person's finished discovering themselves, finding their way and learning their life's experiences. And now with the Temperance on the Death card, they're wanting to take action your way because they knew they should never have cut you off. Okay? So I hope that helps. 6 of Pentacles, you never thought they'd be ready for a real relationship, but they are. Okay. Megan, you're up next, and you're going to be at 28. Is that 28? Oh, I really need my glasses on. 28:33. All right, let's see what we got on this. Does Marcus have good intentions with me, or is there new love on the way? All right, let's find out. Does Marcus have good intentions, or is there new love on the way? 7 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and the 9. Whoa, it's all air. Okay, this is a little bit of fears on yourself from your stuff that you've been through. You're a little protected and guarded, and it's understandable because every time you open people up, they take pretty good advantage of your heart, right? And you're like, Marcus is going to do it too. 9 of Swords, he ain't coming across right. It's not what you say, Marcus, but it's how you're saying it that's making her nervous. However, God is telling me to tell you to see things from a slightly more optimistic perspective, that Marcus isn't like the others, okay? And straight up, is just that you're still in the 5 of Swords. You're still in your 5 stages of grief to come to the final terms with acceptance that it won't happen again. That kind of a vibe. It's almost to the point of like that you've kind of been like, I always pick the bad guys and it never works out. And the Marcus isn't any different. No, Marcus is actually just a little bit different. Strong advice. take it with a grain of salt. You have free will anyways, but God's advising, let him be innocent until he proves himself guilty, because there's nothing in his energy that says that he will prove himself guilty going forward. And the way you're feeling, Five of Swords, it'll subside. You'll be like, okay, he's proving himself. He's got to prove himself, and it's kind of hard to do instant proof to rebuild trust. This happens over time. Okay, let's just keep building. 3 months from now, you won't have these feelings anymore. Okay. All right, next up, let's do Cordum. Hey, Cordum, what's up? Spinny hugs. All right, let's see. Cordum, you are going to be at, let me see here. Did it work? Hold on, I want to check my audio settings. Audio. Okay, it's a good bar graph. That looks pretty good. Yeah, echo cancellation, the noise suppression is on. Yeah, it's cool. All right, just checking. I'm just geeking out. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. All right, let's see. Let's do Cordums at 3103. I like it. Okay, let's see. My nephew is sick. Oh wow, sending some hugs your way, sending some healing energy your way. Okay, let's see. Waiting for a blood test results. Is he going to be all right? Is it something serious? Will my nephew get over it? He's 4. The Tower card, the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Wands into the Page of Swords, the World card. He is going to be okay. What you guys are going to find out is he has some very bad food allergies. This is his problem. I don't know if it spawned out of the fact that I just see him trying to eat a McDonald's French fry and puffing up like a puffer fish or something, but you're going to find out that he's Page of Swords. You guys will learn going forward that he's going to require different types of meal planning, special kinds of foods and treatments. All right, nephew means your sibling is going to get they're going to get very tired out from like meal planning, special foods, change of diets. But we will find out that the blood test and the results from the sickness was brought on by some very interesting and weird food allergies on this. Okay, the neat thing and the outcome on it is the nephew grows up to be very kind of healthy, like thin, tall, good-looking dude. Because of what's going on right now, like your nephew will never ever be able to eat like fast foods and processed foods and stuff like that, and almost forced into a thing of a healthy diet that turns your nephew into like the healthiest one out of all y'all in about 20 years. Okay, so there's the nephew not going anywhere. They're going to find out a massive change in diet that's going to actually help the whole family. All of them need to eat a little better anyways, is what I'm saying. So this is how it's going to happen. But yes, we'll be okay. Find out there's some crazy toxins and allergies inside of him, and he will be all right. World card, okay? All right, let's see. Lioness, what up, girl? You're up next. Remember, let your sibling know to definitely pay attention to what doctors and even the future dietitists and nutritionists, I don't know what their names and titles really are, but definitely do everything word for word. The doctors are going to say what's best. There is no armchair doctoring required, okay? WebMD will not do better than the doctors that have been provided for your nephew. Okay, let's see. Lioness, you are going to be at 33. Let's do 33 for you, Lioness. How can we not? We just have to. All right, let's go. All right, let's see what we've got on this one. Was Taurus watching my live the other day? Ooh, was Taurus watching my live the other day? The Empress, yup. There is absolutely no friggin' way to put a no onto this card. You were in straight up Empress energy. Hermit card, oh, it wasn't even showing with the Queen of Swords. Oh man, he was doing it from a fake profile. Eight of Pentacles, he was watching while he was at work from a fake profile. High Priestess, I'm giving it away. Yep, I know. With the Fool card, because he's making plans. He's finna take some action. You wanted to see what you're up to. What's your status? You trying to keep it, Kelsey Ballerini? What you got going on over here? Wheel of Fortune. It's anybody's choice right now. You and him are stuck in a free will wheel of fortune, trying to make a decision of which action to take. Okay, you guys are in it right now. This is how close this is getting to happening. Now, double check on your, but maybe you want them blocked because I'm being told double check to make sure you've got them unblocked from everything if you're ready for communication. I just don't want you to be like, what? I don't want to pull in Sagittarius energy of like well, I blocked him, so he's got to figure out how to get a hold of me now. No. If you no, unblock everything, open it up because that Wheel of Fortune shows he's getting ready to exercise some free will here pretty soon. He was totally snooping on your live. Lioness. Oh my gosh. I mean, it makes sense because you snoop into his social media, so it's yin and yang. You guys have a bond. Don't think you can snoop onto his. He picks up on that energy because of your cord. And then what does he do? He snoops on yours. It's an energetical exchange. Love isn't a game. It's every time you snoop, he snoops. If he snoops first, you snoop second. You two, oh, you guys need to exercise some free will. Just get back together and get a room. All right, it's gonna work, and he's still gonna screw up and miss your birthday, Lioness. Just like every time. Happy birthday. It was 3 days ago. Oh, sorry. Somebody buy that man a calendar, please. His Facebook. Told you. I love you, Lioness. You're awesome sauce. Spinning hugs. All right. Next up, who's next? You guys are gonna be just fine. It's way better than it was like even 6 months ago. The energy is way better now between the two of you guys. This time was needed. I don't know why he keeps telling me I need Linus to take a chance. I don't know why. That's his energy, not mine. But I don't know. All right, let's see what we got on this. Next up, I love you, Linus. You're awesome sauce. Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. There we go. Okay, Janet, you were up next. Let's see what we got for you, Janet. You're going to be at 3636. All right, let's see what we got for Janet. I'm being told to reset the energy. Did Ryan post a picture of himself with the song Chapa? Oh, I know that song. Okay, in response to my green dress reel. All right, let's see. Was that in response? 10 of Wands. 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands into the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. The 10 of Wands, you got him feeling some type of way about the green dress post. What the heck's up with the green dress post? Oh, my word. But in the 7 of Wands, even though he's hiding his feelings from you still on this one, that's why he's doing it that way. So you guys are at an energetical point right now. Now, see, okay, this isn't your fault, Janet. This is because of what Ryan, whatever he subscribes to. This is his version of what's going on for you, too. Okay, and I'm just as frustrated as you about it because he's telling me, he goes, this is the level of our relationship. This is where we're at right now, that we interact through social media and we throw little clues and hints at each other and why did the 3 Beatles have red carnations and Paul had a black carnation? And I'm sitting back going, oh my God, would you just talk to her direct? This is beyond stupid. So not towards you, that's towards him. Where he's like, oh no, this is how I do stuff. This is how I do stuff to know if it's safe to proceed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I mean, I've got time, but I know I'm going to die someday. Would you please take a move on Janet? What the heck? You know, we're lucky on average if we get 75 trips around the sun. You know what I mean? And he's totally wasting one of those trips on playing this little game. I don't know why, but I'm hearing a song by Jewel. What's the Foolish Games? That's the name of the song. That's been a minute. What's the action onto this one? 4 swords, 5 of Wands. At the moment, still nothing on this one. He's going to continue this game. So you have to actually rebuttal him and with another, if you want to keep playing the game. I've had people want to do this with me, and I've just been like, I don't have time for this. And I walked away from it, right? But if you want to, you got to come back with another post. You got to come up with something to follow back up with his Chapa. Yeah. Maybe you should send him one of Caitlin's songs. He might need a little alteration to his musical preference and taste. He might like Natural Disaster. Let's give him some culture. 2 of Wands. If you decide, literally what I just said is what you got to do. You can either continue to play, and you got to respond to Chapa Papa. Just use Natural Disaster as your background music. It'll work. That's cool. It's a good. All right. Yeah. Or you can 2 of Wands be like, no, that's okay. I'm going to head this other direction, 4 of Pentacles, and protect myself. And then you can, like that one dude that you've been checking out, you know, he's like totally interested in you too. But If you keep going with Ryan, it would still work out. This is your version of talking stage because of what you guys do. Okay. All right. Next up, Jersey Girl. Welcome to the world of social media. Jersey Girl. All right, let's see what we got. Jersey Girl, you're going to be at 40. 40 even. Pop it. Hi, Rahama. What's up? What you doing, girl? All right. The thing is that I'm going to wind up going back and playing that song later. Every time somebody brings up a song, I go and play it afterwards later on. I'm like, okay, let's see what all these people are listening to and talking about. And then I cleanse by listening to Staring at the Ceiling. Or Beatles too. All right, let's see what's up. All right, Jersey Girl, a past union when Derek opens up his actions. I literally have a specific question for you, Jersey Girl, from God. Okay, God wants to know, are you asking or are you telling? Let's find out. Are you asking me or are you telling me? Actually, it's from God, so it'd be, are you asking Archer or are you telling Archer? The Knight of Cups, you're telling Archer. In the Emperor, you freaking manifester, you. Give me confirmation. Knight of Cups into the Emperor. The Emperor's going to make an offer. 3 of Swords into the 4 of Wands. This is what leads to reunion. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to go down this road with the 7 of Pentacles. All right. First, Derek has to feel like he lost you. Don't know how that's going to happen just yet because it hasn't happened just yet. Okay. There's going to come into an energy that Derek feels like he's lost you, which causes him to do one of those Hallmark movie, I got to run to the airport moments before the plane takes off. Of like, Jersey Girl, you cannot go be with somebody else. And you're like, I'm not with what? Huh? I'm not what? And he's like, I was told that you were dating so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. You can't do that. And you're like, I'm not dating anyone. He's like, oh, you're not? And so maybe perhaps if you're paying some dude off to tell him that you're dating somebody else, that's the best $50 anybody ever invested. But are you really? No, somehow he's going to catch wind of something that causes him to head your way. You're manifesting it. You're manifesting it. Who cares if Brian Epstein bought the first 1,000 copies of Love Me Do? The Beatles are still the Beatles. It's fine. Whatever. And if you're not, God's going to help out with that. That somehow he's just going to hear it through the grapevine that you're moving on in some other direction, no longer interested in him. And that's fine. He don't mind playing with you like cat and mouse until you lose interest. Then all of a sudden he's going to be like, oh, wait, hold on, come back. Carla, what's up, honey? How you doing, girl? Oh my gosh, thank you for the super chat too. You are so Carla, you are so generous at everything going on too. Guys, this and now a word from our sponsor, Carla Johnson. You can stay at a Howard Johnson, except that was so 1996, or stay at the Carla Johnson. Better than the Hilton on a better budget. How about that stuff? Yeah. All right. And for other words from our sponsor, drink milk just because. Okay. Maybe somebody here has a vitamin D deficiency. And also, if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, you can scan the QR code right here. It'll take you to the booking site where you can choose from the Zoom one-on-one or private YouTube video. Pick your day, pick your time, and then I'll reach back out to set up the meeting or send you your Zoom link. All right. Please subscribe, be a part of the fam. I go live for an all signs tonight, Monday. All right. And individual sign readings live, plus pick cards and other stuff too. The Treasure Link Tree's got all the safe to click stuff. All right. So, and now back to our programming. Okay, cool. And thank you for the segue, Carla. Carla, unless Melissa decides to include the commercial break into your reading, your timestamp will be at 43:39. All right, let's see what we got here. Give me a little something for Carla, please, and thank you, guys. Give me a little messages for Carla for the week ahead. Give me a 7-day forecast for Carla Johnson, please. The 8 of Swords into Temperance and the Death card. Ooh, Scorpio and Sagittarius are hanging out this week. But that 8 of Swords, the Long John Silver's card showed up. Jonah's trapped inside the fish, and nobody knows how Jonah got in the fish. You, Carla, you know how your person's like their hands are tied, no action, analysis paralysis, all the standard 8 of Swords hyperboles, right? It just simply shows that they're getting ready to take action. They're coming unstuck. It's not a very fancy rainbow unicorn tarot reading of something really great, really magical that's going to happen. Nope. Your person literally just gets unstuck. The energy around you this week ahead shows you got a 98% chance of of your person finally just taking the action, reaching out with the Ace of Pentacles, asking for a fresh start. They'll get to tell you what they've been through in this Eight of Swords moment, because it's really just simple. It's like, guess what? They just get unstuck. Maybe they want to come stay at Carla Johnson. It is a nice place. You got more left on than Tom Bodette. It's cool. Keep your phone charged up, Carla. This could be a very exciting week for you. You've waited a very long time for what's possibly coming. So help me if his free will gets in the way, God. Really. You know, right? Okay. I dig the vibes off it, though. Okay, Mel, you're up. Let's see. Mel, am I being ghosted? Okay, let me find out. Mel, you're going to be at 4518. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Is Mel being ghosted? How could Mel be ghosted? Mel B and Mel C were both like awesome Spice Girls. How can, okay, is she being ghosted? And the thing is, I keep hearing the say you'll be there. I'm giving you everything. All that joy. Yes, I swear. The Page of Wands. No, you are not. Page of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Cups. Okay, the reason that he doesn't communicate like you think he should, straight up, he's depressed. This is a depressed guy, and I think you picked up on it like right out of the beginning. You're not ghosted. This guy gets depressed, straight up. And then he's like, yeah, King of Swords. He's like, Archer, I get up in my head. I get depressed just about my life in general. It's nothing you're doing, Mel. It's kind of like God's like, you knew he was depressed when you met him. It's kind of that's what you brought into his life for, to perk him back up, because he doesn't have much faith left in humanity. That's why he's so depressed all the time. Like last night, you know what he did? You know, ghosted, right? No. You know what he did? Sat on the couch. Didn't do a darn thing. Scrolled TikTok. Didn't feel like texting anybody. He's got so many notifications in his phone right now that are unread, but he's like, hey, I thought you were coming to pickleball or whatever. Right? And he's like, I don't feel like answering it today. I'll just tell him I was busy. I'm fine. I'm just going to lay back. I'm just going back to sleep. And he doesn't respond to anybody. All right? You do have the ability to open him up with some perky, like, cheerleader text messages. Yeah, cheerleader text messages. The sun card, see? He needs to be happy. You'd be shocked if you sent him something like, here's a funny reel that made me think about you, or thought about you, made me smile. And you're like, oh, he's not, this is stupid. Why am I going to do that? And he comes back, thank you, needed. And it will be one of those vibes where going forward, he's like, how did you know I needed that? How? It's like, it's like you're just in my head. You know exactly when to text me. You know exactly when I'm feeling down. How do you do it? And you're going to be like, All right. You are not being ghosted. You're dealing with a depressed dude. All right. He's not dealing with no other peoples or nothing like that. He is just sad. Guy needs a hobby or something, you know? Okay, Tia Bia. All right, let's see. I'd be like, I could introduce him to like the Titanic or something. Maybe he'd get into that or something. I don't know. Beatles, music, something. I don't know. Speaking of Beatles and music, all right, Tia Bia, you're my switch up. We're gonna go over and we're gonna break out the Beatle deck for a second. Hold on, let me shuffle the deck in. Let me cleanse it up and make sure it's not just in like brand new deck order. But this is like a custom made deck. It wasn't made in order, so it's cool. All right, Tia Bia, you are up next. Okay, let's see here. Tia, let's put yours at 4818. Cool beans. Okay, 4818. Let's go for it. Right, Tia Bia, what's next for you in Pisces? Had a slight disagreement. Let's see what's up. The Eight of Pentacles. Listen to Paul McCartney's Ram album, the song Too Many People. I have no clue why, but yeah. Then we have the Eight of Swords. Oh, wow. 8-8. Lionsgate Portal. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, into the Seven of Swords. Okay, I got you. And Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, 8-8, 7-7. Nice. 7-7 portal, 8-8 portal vibes. This is cool. Okay, so it's a slight disagreement that in this stage here, taking a different approach to any of the previous disagreements is much needed, because here's what's going on. You're very used to dealing with Leo type of people. He's very used to dealing with whatever his version of Leo type of people are. And you guys both came from different upbringings, much like Stu Sutcliffe versus Paul McCartney. And Paul used to get kind of jealous of John and Stu's little friendship-y thingy, right? So I do feel like some energies of jealousy crept in as soon as I looked at Stu Sutcliffe hanging out down here. And that, but the thing is, this is just lessons in communication as a result of the way you guys were, the different upbringings and the relationship vibes that you guys are both still like coping with, you know, totally. That of the best things is, hey, sorry about that. This is just a little test in the disagreement to be like, this, we need to apologize and communicate this a little differently. That's all. It was starting to head down the old vibes where you thought like you were dealing with Leo and you started reacting like you would react to Leo. Pisces is not Leo. You got to react differently to Pisces. And that's all. Just an apology. I did went in the wrong route. All right. Whomever's in the right. And honestly, at this point, it was just you even put slight disagreement. Sometimes, to quote my Aries father, pick your battles. Actually, I had an Aries boss that once told me that too. It must be an Aries thing. Pick your battles. That this might be one of those ones that even I would condone it, and I'd be like, just say, "Hey, sorry about that. I overreacted. Can we talk about it?" And if it's slight and you don't think it needs talk and apologies, and like the vibes I get off of him, he's a Pisces. He will totally come back and be like, "Hey, sorry about that too." We're still getting used to knowing each other. Remember, slight disagreements are going to happen for the rest of your lives. Totally. I do readings for married clients and couples readings that I'm doing like Zooms with two people on the camera on the other side. There will always be slight disagreements, okay? You find me one couple that's been together for 40 years and says we'd never have a disagreement, and I'll find you a couple that's lying right to your face. Tarot sometimes dramatizes tower moments. Oftentimes tower moments are. I had a tower moment this morning when I stubbed my toe. I rounded the corner too quick and stubbed the toe on the door jamb. I was like, ow! And I say it instead of saying cuss words. I just go, tower moment. Yeah, that's my version of. Actually, oh God, that's my tongue. Now you all know if Archer's live and he says, "Ooh, tower moment," he's actually saying. Anyways, tower moment. Bless your heart. Oh my gosh, everybody has an analogy. It's cool. So I hope that happens. I hope that helps. Not happens, but working it out. Okay. It's lessons in communication. All right, onward and forward. Who's up next? Rahama. Speaking of, what's up, Rahama? What's up? Okay, let's put you. Oh, give me the beetle deck. No, I'll use your deck. Use your deck, Rahama. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. Rahama, you're going to be at 5151. Ooh, nice. I'm getting some Frankie timestamps. Nice. All right. Do you see anything good coming for me? And is the Caden and Camilla thing put out there just for TikTok, or does he have some real feelings for me only? All right, let me see. Knight of Cups, he's got the real feelings for you with the Sun card. 10 of Wands onto the 10 of Wands on the 8 of Wands. Camilla's the one forcing him to make those posts. He's not interested in Camilla. Camilla is the third party energy that is desperately hanging on for dear life to not let go because they know Cade was the best thing Camilla could ever have. Your Camilla's. No, I'm not going to go down the political well. Okay, anyways, there's plenty of jokes if I went down that direction, but it's okay. The sun's here. There's no point in talking about Camilla. Okay. Okay. Right. Yes. But his Camilla's about as dumb as your Camilla. No, I said not to talk about it. Stop it. Okay, Rahama. Anyways, the thing on this here is Camilla is the crazy jealous one that doesn't want to let Caden go. We have actually found out the reason that you and Caden aren't happening just yet. Caden can't get rid of Camilla. That's the problem. All right. Caden might get to the energy where Caden's going to actually move homes, relocate, disappear to get rid of Camilla. How in the world does Camilla know Caden? Because the devil card shows that she stalks him, knows the address, knows the location. She's freaky. This woman is why I have P.O. boxes and personas straight right like this. Big time. My eyes are even wide open at this time. This woman, she's not right. She's missing a couple nuggets in her Happy Meal, Rahama. This woman's crazy. He's got to beat this woman at her own game before he can come forward. We found the reason with Caden and what's going on. So we're like, do you want to wait for him, or do you want to go down that other direction of the person that you were with before Zane that's still in love with you? Is what I really kind of want to know. 4 of Pentacles, zap. No, he's gone. He's not a part of this anymore. Anyways, 2 of Pentacles into the 4 of Pentacles that comes out with this here. It's going to take a while. Straight up. I mean, I know you're a Sagittarius and you get very committed when you get all in and go all committed, but this could take another 4 months to get rid of Camilla because he's got to go completely off on Camilla. It's going to revolve legal proceedings straight up, okay? Either restraining orders or whatever, but he's going to have to get legal on her, okay? I know she's the girl and he's the guy, but she's nuts. She's got way too much masculine energy in her chart. If she's got a short haircut, confirmation. And nothing against women with short haircuts. I'm just using it's this person's energy. I think women with short haircuts are just as pretty as women with long hair. Okay, it's cool. But if your hair makes it to your waistline, that's just chef's kiss. Anyhow, stop it. The Hierophant. That's what it is. It's going to require higher power on this one. Okay. The stuff being put out there is the problem. He is off his nut mad that she's making those posts. Yeah, death card. He's going to cut her out. He's going to cut her out. Man, you're rubbing off on him better than you know, Rohama. He's going to go Sagittarius. He's going to pour gas on the house, set a match to it, just walk away. There was a spider. I took care of it. It's gone. Done by. See you. Death card. You got to cut her out and DB Cooper her out of his life. You watch. You won't see her much longer at the lives either anymore. This girl is off her rocker. Crazy, though. All right. No wonder you were brought into his life, though, because he needs a Sag in his life. Oh, my gosh. Otherwise, he'd let those girls walk all over him. Wait. Okay, Yoon, you're up next. Let's see. Yoon, you're going to be at 55-44. I'm going to go back to the Beetle deck for a minute. Here we go. All right. 55-44. Even that's okay too, Ralph. Yeah, I'm judgment-free zone. It's not I like liking people, falling in love with people for their soul and personality. Hair, body style, all that stuff that's just other stuff. I'm more worried about the person inside. Let's see what we got here. All right, Yoon, you're up next. All right, how does he view me? Okay, got you. Yoon, you're gonna be at 56-15. All right, let's go. 56-15. All right. How does he see or view me? And be honest. I got the Beetle deck. This is about as honest as we're going to go. All right, let's see what we got. Justice. The Wheel of Fortune. The Hermit card. Strength card. Okay, now what I'm seeing on this one, he sees you as one of the most balanced choices in his life. Free will, Wheel of Fortune. If he was ready to open up, he would be with you fully. Okay? This dude's a little bit of a slow boat to China on the opening up as a result of what they've been through. All right. He sees you as the best choice he could make. Even his mom's telling him that too, of being like, man, way better than the people you dealt with when you were younger. Wow. So you're not like any of his exes. It's like he changed types. All right. This is his problem, though. It takes him so long to open up. All right. Strength card on the Hermit card. That's the thing. He's a bit of a lap puppy underneath the skin, and the fact that if you were taking the lead on it and being like, I'm hungry, I want to go here for dinner. Okay. And I don't pull bad vibes off of this. Once he opens up, Yoon, to be honest, okay, you want honesty. This is the guy that the vibes I'm pulling is an old friend from back in my snowmobiling days that we all made fun of him. He was the only married person in the crew too, right? The rest of us, yeah, all the single guys made fun of the married guy. Right. And we all called him, it's a thing that involves around a cat and a whip, right? Oak Archer had a foul mouth. Cat whipped, we'll call it, right? We all made fun of him for it. However, he's the only one that's still married and in a relationship today, too. And you know what? Yep. His wife tells him what pair of pants to put on every day, but he wears the pants in the family. And behind every man's a good woman. Your dude's this way, too, all right? Once he does open up just a little bit more, you got to take a little bit of initiative. You tell him what to do, and he actually will do it straight up. Okay. And yeah, his friends will all say that about him in the future too. Oh, what's the matter? Yoon got you all cat whip. And then he'll be like, yeah, how's your marriage working? I'm not married. And he'll be like, yep, exactly. Okay. So it helps. Makes sense. Page of Wands, he digs you. And Knight of Sticks, we all live in a yellow submarine. Okay. I don't know why, but he watches you online. He loves your social media. I was just watching the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan show up here that Ringo and cartoon Ringo's watching. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool. All right, TR1710, what's up? Whenever I see your screen name, I always think of an old Tandy computer, like the first computer I ever got. I don't know why, but it wasn't. It was like a 1000 HX, I think was its model number. I don't know why, but for some reason your screen name makes me think of Tandy computers. It's cool. Okay, let's see what we've got on this. We're gonna go. You're gonna be at 60. No, 59, 19. Let's do 59, 19. Okay. All right, Sag stood me up over the weekend and then communicated the next day about car issues. Will we see each other soon? And although the car issue is real, did it happen the day we were supposed to go? Oh, I got you. You're just like, did it happen? Did he save that post for a day he needed it? Okay, I got you. Sag vibes. Let's see. Ace of Cups. No. He was honest. Eight of Swords, because he actually hates lying, because he won't do it. Seven of Swords. Okay. Eight of Pentacles is back. Wow, we've seen these cards before. That leads right into the Ten of Cups. Tea time. I love it. Okay. Car issue was real. The problem is it keeps overheating on him. He needs to replace the thermostat and he needs the coolant flushed and changed out. The thing's overheating. If it keeps overheating, he's going to wind up having to just put the fans on a switch. Literally, if it keeps overheating this much and causing all those problems, besides the fact that he keeps having to dump coolant down the thing, he's going to just have to hook the fans up where they just come on all the time. It must not still be under warranty or something, but he's legit. He's legit. Why does Sagittarius have so many problems with overheating engines? I don't know. But the thing on this is that if you had told him to pound sand like he suspected, just like you suspected, you're lying. You've proven your point. I don't. That's it. In a way, it was a form of a test. Not that he knew what he was doing, but he kind of knew what he was doing. The thing on it is, it happened all in a sense of divine timing because it did prevent you from a problem. Okay, and I don't think it would have been anything other worse than he was planning to come over. I'm being told it would have been a very embarrassing moment. All it was if it had played out, you guys would have gone out and he would have gotten pulled over and gotten a ticket with you in the car. Not because of you, but like a speeding ticket. I'm not saying he'd been pulled over and found out there was a body in the trunk and 10 kilos of coke in the center console. It would have just been like speeding, but it would have been like this whole weird thing. So it saved Sag from getting a ticket, basically, with the whole thing going on here. And maybe also allowed me to let you know, to tell him what's wrong with the car so we can get the car fixed up. Page of Cups. All right. I do see you guys going out. I'm going to say either Wednesday night for coffee or an actual makeup date this coming weekend. Okay? That's all. Sag is honest because you don't like lying. If his car is broke, God says his car was really broke. Okay? He needs a better job so he can get a better car. But it's not about the money. That was just a side note for your Sag so that he can get himself on track to be a little more in. Okay? Here's the thing. Not only did it happen the day of the date, it happens 4 out of 7 days of the week. He's not very mechanically inclined, right? Can't separate the salt from the sugar, but heaven help him, he looks all right. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. His dad never taught him about cars. I'll help him out. It's it's just nuts and bolts all hooked together with moving parts. It's easy. All right, let's see. Rono. Or just lease a new car. You're welcome, TR. You're welcome. Okay, let's see what's up next. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Rono, you are going to be at 102.52. All right. Oh, shoot. I got to cut this thing. I'm running out of time. I lost track for the next Zoom. All right, let's see what we got. How is S feeling about what I've told him? All right, how is S feeling about what I've told him? Queen of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Four of Swords into the Four of Cups. Okay, so at first a little overwhelmed by what was said to him, but I do see with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups that you guys work through it, or he moves past it over, and it makes him actually love you more. You might feel like that whatever you said was embarrassing, or put a wedge into something, or mess something up, but I'm being told that actually, yeah, Queen of Wands, it makes him love you more. It actually brings you guys closer together, even though that you fear that it won't. All right. He's got something going on at work today. It might take him a minute to respond. His work day is not going so good. He's got a total case of the Mondays going on right now. All right. Stacy, let's put you at, let's see. Stacy, you're going to be at 103.53. All right, 103.53. Is Joey my twin flame? What are his feelings? All right, is Joey Stacy's twin flame, and what are his feelings? Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, into the Magician card. Yeah. But here's the weird spin on it. I'm staring at Paul McCartney's eyes staring at me through the rearview mirror here like I'm sitting in the back seat. Joey is, see, the thing on this is you've already left your twin flame behind in the rearview mirror. Joey is a karmic twin flame. Go with me on this. In the fact that he is the karmic reward for what you put up with your real twin flame. He's not a soulmate. He is in the twin vibes. It's as if Joey was your twin flame after your twin flame grows up, gets a little older, and a few things change in life, right? That's the vibes, because Joey is kind of like an older version of your twin flame. All right. Joey runs in the same energetical sphere. That's why we can't call Joey a soulmate. He's not, because Five of Wands, the Magician, says you're still learning and training in order to manifest in. So it's kind of like Joey checks all the boxes that your twin flame didn't check with the Magician. You've been working since you disconnected from your twin flame to call Joey in. All right. So now, what are his feelings? Wanted to take a risk on this. The Fool card, Two of Wands to the Ace of Swords. He gets a little tongue-tied around you due to some of his nerves. Apparently, he thinks you're much hotter than you're giving yourself credit for, straight up. And that gets him a little cumbersome, where he's unsure of what to do. Of like, do I just take the risk or do I think it through? I do see a hey text coming in that leads to communication. His own mind is what throws the monkey wrench in here. We got a Spaniard in the works, right? But that Libra energy shows the hey text that he just gets tired of being unstuck. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm just going for it, right? It's not like an official, let's make this official moment. It's just kind of like 6 months from now, you guys are living together, moved in together, and like, wow, it's talking heads. Hey, how did I get here? Right? It's like, do we have an official anniversary date or anything? I don't know. What day did I move my stuff in here? I don't know. It's kind of a vibe. All right. Okay. Let's see. Next up's Gia. What's up, Gia? How you doing? All right. Let's see. It's okay, Stacey. It's cool. That's never all being handsome. But he thinks you're hotter than him. He's sitting here going, I'm a 7, Stacey's a 10. Why is she with me? It's like everybody's going to think it's about money or something with that difference in integers. It might be a little bit of his own insecurities on himself. All right, let's see. Where's Gia at? Gia, you're going to be right here. Okay, let's see. Gia, you're going to be at 106.50. All right, Gia's at 106.50. I got to see how many I got left. If I'm at 20, I got to cut out because I'm going to run late for a personal. All right, let's see. I can't do any extra rapid fires today. It's got to be 20 and out. Page of Wands into the 9 of Wands. Oh, look at this. 4 Pentacles and 3 of Swords. Okay, so what it is, whatever he chose over you, I'm not told that he left you for somebody else, okay? I think it's fear of commitment vibes, just the whole, I don't know what I want in my life yet. I think that's the 3 of Swords. Or something about his mom was involved, because Aunt Mimi and John Lennon's mom, Julia, are on this 3 of Swords card, and a lot of what he faced between his mom, his dad, and Aunt Mimi. So I think there's family issues that got in the way, which is why he wasn't ready before. However, Page of Wands on the 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles shows somebody showing up hat in hand that you thought was long gone. And that's the week ahead, that you hear from somebody you haven't heard from in a long time that finally chooses you after making a wrong choice because of a lot of stuff in the life getting in the way before. You thought this was overdone, long gone with, because that's Paul McCartney's 1961 Hofner. The pickups are in different spots. It's not the 64 Hofner he uses now that looks like Bill. It's the first one that had been stolen, lost, and disappeared for 50 years. And then some woman found it in the attic and was like, oh my gosh, this is Paul McCartney's guitar. How did this get in my attic? Yeah, right. Right. Like, we don't know what your kids did. Anyways, the thing on this is, something you didn't think would turn back up, turns back up. Okay? Paul did kind of freak out when they reached out to him and said, we found that missing guitar. Okay. For a man as rich as Paul McCartney, he's got a very strong attachment to his old guitars, which is, I get it. I still got my first guitar, so I get it. Okay. Ashley, what's up next? Let's see what we got on this one here. Okay, Blanquita. Okay, cool. Normally I'd rapid fire. Today I got to keep the schedule. I got to cut today. All right. But Wednesday and Friday are still coming up. So, all right. Ashley, big hugs back to you too, Ashley. I had a best friend in high school. Her name was Ashley. And I don't know anymore. I don't talk to any of them from high school anymore. I wonder if she's still, I hooked her up with one of my best buds that we used to hang out during recess and stuff. I wonder if they're still married. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go Page of Swords. Anyways, okay, something made me think. I mean, actually, you and I have interacted before, but yeah, for some reason today I thought of that friend from like 20 plus years ago. Haven't spoke to in forever. Used to make fun of my first car too because it was a land yacht, but it was all I could afford. Okay, Blanquita, you are going to be at 109.34. All right. No, Ashley, take two. Now, Ashley, you get a better timestamp apparently. 109.39. Oh, okay. All right. Just hope I marry the one that I love one day. Donkey. No need to read. God said otherwise. I got to do what I'm told, Ash. Hold on. Look at that, will you? Temperance, Sagittarius, and I like this Temperance card. Oh my gosh, it's the Sgt. Pepper cover. That's a total transformation too. When the Beatles came out of their black collarless suits and popped on some Sgt. Pepper gear and became a whole other band. Oh, dude, that's the Eight of Wands. That's Ringo on the beach. What about the beach part resonates to you? Like on the beach looking up at the stars and the Nine of Pentacles. Just so you know, Donkey is in a single energy in their head. They're coming your way. There is nobody else on their mind other than you. There is not another love interest. They are unsticking themselves from what their life has become and getting ready to come your way. Okay? Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands into the Temperance card. That is two cards of communication that you're like, above all else, I just want to be with Donkey. Donkey wants to be with you too. Donkey's catching up. You guys just had so many different things in your lives because you guys were brought up straight up. I'm going to call, okay, there's a lot of Sag energy here. My Sag grandma's here, and she never liked this saying, but she's telling me to use it. Straight up. You guys grew up on different sides of the tracks, different upbringings, okay? There's a lot of adjustments to get you guys into the same energy to be ready for a union. That's why it's taking so long. The people you're interacting with, the people Donkey's interacting with, not love relationship. I mean, people play the person you picked up your breakfast from this morning. There was a reason, and it all ties into this for you guys to work out. Long before Sagittarius season this year. You guys will work this out in 2025. Okay? You will be married and be together. Temperance card. Okay? It's destined to be. Everything that's going on right now is leading you guys back to each other. The moment you guys went your own separate ways, you were already being guided back to each other. God was like, oh, wow, nothing was ready yet, you know? Like we got all the ingredients put together, then we dumped them in a bowl and said, there, this is done. It's finished. It's like, wait, no, you didn't mix it or blend it or anything. So you guys went your separate ways because we had all the ingredients. Now we had to make them into this beautiful Bruce and Ashley cake. Okay. You guys will spend Christmas together this year, straight up. Okay. And Blanquita. All right, Blanquita, you are up at, okay, 112.12. All right, Blanquita's at 112.12. Oh, that's a cool timestamp. All right, how will things be for me financially in the next few months? All right. Let's do a 90-day financial forecast. The Tower, complete transformation into the Three of Wands. What I'm seeing here is over the course of the next 3 months, you will not be working at the same job you're at now. The Tower card. You're going to have one of those moments that you're just driving into work and you're like, I can't do it. I'm going to quit. Why am I quitting? Why am I telling them to pound sand? Don't do this, Blanquita. You're going to, what are you doing? But it's meant to happen for a reason, right? Yep. Three of Cups. So you can change. Well, I can't put that camera on the card yet. Whoa, that camera needs serious black Sharpie markers. Anyways, that's the Devil. So in the next 3 months, you beat the Devil and get a job that you truly love. I'm being told you're already looking for it. And the Four of Wands on the Six of Wands is a Caitlin Petty. Petty and Ringo are riding in on a white horse now. That's actually Maureen. That's not Caitlin. But it is emo girl vibes. Interesting. Anyhow, but yeah, Six of Wands. You got a victory coming in. You will not be at the same job you are now. You will be at the job you wish to be at. Four of Wands. Into the Six of Wands. Even if you want to be a Broadway singer, who knows? You might be like on the bill for Ariat after KP one day. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, you're going to be in a new job. And wow. But I don't want to Sharpie marker these. Whoa, that's it. John Yoko, 2 versions album cover. Anyways, I'll come up with something for that. Maybe I'll just stickers or something. I don't want to damage the cards. They're Beatles. I don't want to hurt the cards or deface them. But anyways, I hope that helps, Blanquita. Okay. All right. And everybody, I'm sorry I can't finish up the super chats, but I love and thank you. Angel, I'm sending you some special blessings for you and your mother. The King of Pentacles. She's very happy with the transition. All right. Now, the first thing I was told was she was like, oh, no. What? No. You send me back right. No, you send me back right now. I'm the King of Pentacles. I'm not this. I'm not dead. No. What? Huh? No. She fought it for a little bit, but the King of Pentacles says she's okay. She is okay with it. All right. She's in a good point. All right. Did she ever love you, Mom? Did you ever love her? The Three of Cups. You know she did. She never showed it to you, but behind the scenes, especially to her mom, your grandmother, you were the blessing that kept your mom alive as long as she did. Just so you know, she never said it to you, but without you coming into her life and giving her a reason to stay alive, your mother would have chose her death many years ago. You saved your mother's life, and she loves you very deeply for that. She put you through hell and here and the now, but you saved her life, and she loved you very much. Okay? All right. Guys, I love you. I'm going to scoot. I got to love you. Totally, Julie. Absolutely. Paul will commit to you. He's a Leo. Give him time to make up a decision. Takes Leo a long time to choose. Scorpio, don't give up on Gemini. Gemini's in their feels. Eight of Swords about you right now and unsure to proceed forward. That's why the breadcrumbing. They suck at communication. Rare for a Gemini, but in your case, it's accurate. Archer, yes, the update in the love department for the Virgo energy is that you will find out why they left you when they reach out this week to tell you. All right, that's part of your apology. And KT, what you need to know right now is that you're guaranteed a solid retirement in the future. Your money-wise is covered. You need to get the money off your mind because you have to get ready for love coming in. So the money's got to get worked out. Just so you know, however old you are now, whenever you retire, you will be fine and taken care of. Focus on love because you got communication coming. All right, it ain't going to be about money this week and next week for you. Lucas, hey Archer, can I update in love on the Virgo? Got you covered, got you covered, got you. I don't like leaving people behind. I feel awful if I do. KT's good, Julie's good, and Angel K, spinny hugs from your mother for you too. Okay, guys, I got to scoot and get ready for personal, and I'll see you tonight for the all signs. Subscribe, set the bell, and I'll see y'all back here later.